Perfect.
All right. So now the only thing is, hold on a second, guys. Sorry about the technical difficulties, because now it won't let me do the Facebook thing because I made you host. So that's weird. I haven't had to do that before. So now you're the host.
I can do the Facebook parallelly.
And if you want to do the Facebook, that's great.
I think we'll run it on. Just give me a minute while I.
Good morning, Colleen.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm very good.
So we're just starting in a minute. Just hold on. And maybe we can start with introductions. So
Sure. I can guide people through that. So while you're doing what you're doing. So welcome everybody. This is Lois Kofi and Deepak Varma. We are a global group, an online membership-based coaching and networking group from across the miles, across the oceans. And we just got started, really have been focused here in the past couple months since COVID, and helping people who want to expand their businesses globally and who also want to expand their mindset, and coaching you guys, supporting you, serving you through everything that Deepak and I are both passionate about, which you'll learn more about in his presentation today. So we'd like to go around and actually have you guys do 45-second introductions. You can just share where you're from, what you do, and if there's anything that you're really specifically wanting to learn or that you're maybe struggling with right now, this whole COVID thing, just go ahead. And since I can't, let's see here. Deepak, maybe if you, I know who's on here. If Colleen, do you want to go first, and then we'll go.
Sure.
Yep. Thank you.
My name is Colleen Schultz. I am a real estate agent in Minnesota in the United States. So I work with residential real estate. Real estate was considered essential through this whole shelter in place. And so my business has been able to keep going. However, I have about half the business I had last year because, as you can imagine, some people are very uncomfortable walking through houses or having other people walk through their home. So there have definitely been different marketing challenges. Showing homes has been very different. Listing homes has been very different. But I'm finding that the people that I am working with are highly motivated.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Excellent. I know I'm just looking down the list here. Todd, I know you're just joining us. Do you want to have your 45 seconds of sharing who you are, where you're from, what you do, and if there's any challenges you're experiencing right now because of COVID?
I think I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes, you're.
Okay. I've been working from home since actually probably before this started to a great extent. So I've just expanded my business from home. My company shut down all of the meetings that we were having face-to-face with clients. Oh, by the way, I'm with Thrivent Financial. I'm a financial advisor. I'm not sure. At first, it really affected my business a lot. And lately, it's been getting better on a weekly basis, just because more people are familiar with Zoom and how it all works. And they're much more open to meeting this way. But definitely looking for more and receiving a lot more referrals to and current clients and prospects reaching out to get life insurance, either because they've got more time or more money, or just because they're realizing there's a greater sense of their own mortality with what's going on in the world right now. That's been my main focus on that part of my business.
Wonderful. I hope I'm not going to butcher your name. Pawaku Silesh. Do you want to share?
Yeah.
We can't hear you.
Am I visible to everyone?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hello, awesome people. I'm Sailesh, a lucky father of a boy and a pair of non-identical twins, husband to a superwoman, and I'm a mechanical engineer and a certified first aider from St. John's, Ublands. Now, basically, my challenges are I used to give offline trainings. Now I'm started online trainings. That's my challenge.
Wow. I like your husband to a superwoman. I'm going to
Yeah,
record.
husband to a superwoman. Because unless
All
or
right,
until
now
they support us,
Bhakti.
there is anything.
Yeah. Bhakti?
Bhakti, if you want to share, if you want to take yourself off mute, otherwise we'll go on to the next person. No worries.
Oh, no, Bhakti
Okay,
muted.
we'll come back. Demong, do you want to share? And again, sharing is optional. You don't have to. This is part of the virtual global component of this. We like to have people share where they're calling in from. Okay, Latara, would you like to share? Welcome, good morning. If you're just joining us, we're doing the networking portion of our session before we go into an amazing training with Deepak. How about Nu? Nu, would you like to share?
Sure. This is Nuvang Salim. I'm in Minnesota. I help out in IT operations for a larger organization. And when I'm not doing that, I help friends and who are doing startups with IT. As far as facing challenges, a lot of people are reading about things that don't actually benefit them. So I help them decipher what the best security options are as far as moving forward with their IT needs.
Wonderful. Have you had any challenges?
Too many to name, but I can't really say much right now as far as that goes.
That's okay. No worries. It's all good. And you don't have to share. This is always, we like to say, a safe environment. It's always good to know where people are at. How about we have time for just a couple more people? We want to get to the training, and our goal is to have you done before the next top of the hour, just so you can manage your time. Megan, would you like to share where you're calling in from, what you do, and anything that you're looking for as far as support right now?
Yeah, so my name is Megan Munson. I am in Minnesota. I'm a police officer and a marriage and family therapist. And I actually my passion is to do therapy with police officers, and I'm trying to do that from the inside because police officers are very hard to reach and they don't like to get help because they are the helpers. They're kind of the last line of help, the last line of defense. And so they don't like to get help for themselves. So that's why I'm trying to do it from the inside. And I am also working with a nonprofit as a therapist. And we are looking to start a branch of therapy specifically for police officers that I will most likely run. And so I am trying to start to brand myself as that, but also I'm doing writings for myself from the inside as my own mental health as well. And Nu is actually helping me with that.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. Thanks to Nu for inviting. We always appreciate new guests and new friends. And I love what you're doing. That sounds amazing. Amazing stuff. Thank you for being here. And Raja, would you like to share?
Or Manoj, are you there?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
So yeah, my name is Manoj Mittal. I'm from India, and I am based out of Delhi.
Audible?
So by profession, I am into IT, and I am actually working as digital transformation officer for an IT company based out of India. And my passion is to, I also do a lot of mentoring and a lot of support to startups in India. So my passion is to
You
Did
lost.
we lose him?
COVID is concerned. I mean, I consider this to be one of the best times in my life where I could focus on improving a lot of stuff which was getting sidelined, so I could get a lot of time to improve on these things. So, and
Awesome.
thanks for inviting me to this webinar, Deepak and Louis. I look forward to a wonderful time.
Absolutely. What about Ravi?
Hi, can
Hi.
you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm Ravi. I'm basically a solution architect. Kickstarted my own startup company this year, working in SAP technology since almost like more than 15 years, working globally across uh, different solutions. And now I'm aiming to grow up my company into a bigger scale. This particular year, that's what I kickstart with. This is like my dream to kickstart something of my own since quite long. So I've been quite passionate about kickstarting something of my own. And now I could see, even though the situation now it's totally different in the global side, but I could see at least on my projects what I've been working currently is like it's really exponential, and I think I have a lot of time now also to work on simultaneously on multiple projects at one time with multiple customers. So I would definitely look at this as a good kickstart for this particular year, and I'm expecting this to go on a different level in the coming years. And I'm planning to expand my offices. I'm basically based out of Finland, but I'm already have partners working back from India, but I'm also expanding across in Europe and US.
Thank you.
That's quite a brief myself about.
Wonderful. Does Vera want to go? And then I think we should get started.
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Vera Farkwalo Matuagbanyaga. I come from Ghana, but currently living in Delhi, India. I'm married to a diplomat with 3 beautiful daughters. I have a training company where we identify the training needs of individuals, groups, organizations, and then we get experts to offer such trainings. Thank you so much, Deepak, for inviting me.
Anytime, Vera. Cool. So let's begin, Louis.
That sounds great. Thank you. If you want to go ahead and mute everyone except for me, I just want to give you guys, especially if you're just joining us, Deepak and I started working together several months ago as a part of, a spirit of collaboration. We had no idea that we were going to dive in into creating something that could be a gift, an opportunity to help people shift and pivot during the coronavirus. So we actually officially launched this month our new program. And today is what we consider a free demo. And Deepak and I are co-creators. And today you have the pleasure of hearing from him. I presented 2 weeks ago. He's the presenter today. He has an amazing background. He's an amazing teacher, amazing healer, amazing father, amazing husband, and he actually has been a BNI director. That's how we met, for those of you that know what BNI is. And without further ado, just for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Deepak. And again, make sure you guys are taking notes. We'll open up for questions at the end, and also make sure you are muted. Thank you. Go ahead, Deepak.
Thank you. I'm just going to mute all of you for the next half an hour or so that except Louis, yeah. Cool. So welcome one and all to this beautiful session on the virtual global coaching. Time is precious, and I always try to ensure that we appreciate the preciousness of time. So I'm going to be very crisp to the point, and we're going to kind of go ahead in a very quick manner. So this is me, a personal story. I was born in Pune, And born as a very shy person, full of doubt, could hardly speak and very confused. Can you hear me, Shailesh? Yeah, could hardly speak, and that was how I was in my childhood. But over the last many years, I have moved on, and I run sessions on Speakology and various other trainings and sales trainings that I conduct across India and the Middle East. I also was caught in the floods in Chennai, 2015, and my house went under 6 feet of water. And at that time, I thought, I've kind of gone back 10, 15 years because I lost everything, including a TV, laptop, and various other items in the house. But within a year, I pulled it all back. And I always believe that, nature has this way of giving back more than what it takes. And 3 years later, I was again caught in the floods in Kerala. Of course, this time my house wasn't affected, but a lot of my friends were affected. So I've been in the middle of a lot of disasters in the last few years, which has only got me stronger. And I truly believe that even this current scenario will get each of us more stronger, more pivoted, and much more better than before. Lewis Coffey, my co-partner and trainer in virtual global coaching, also has gone through various situations, way back in 2008 when during the recession, US recession, she lost a lot of things, including the house, and she really pulled her back from almost nothing, from the ashes, rose like a phoenix, and came back to really dream again and really, go back on in the last 10 or 12 years, has really gone ahead. So certainly the time now is to understand the situation. It's certainly a 2-3 year recession. A lot of people unemployed, and but what's really got to do with us is that it's really time for us to pivot, and we need to really pivot and make a change in the way we approach our life. And I'd like to draw your attention to this particular movie called Cast Away. I normally don't watch movies more than once, but this is one movie I've watched more than thrice. And while there are many learnings from this particular movie, one of them is towards the end of the movie when he comes back from the island which he was cast away for 4 years, and he comes back home. He's having a chat right in the last 10 minutes with his friend, and he tells that when he was on the island, he actually wanted to commit suicide, and he actually tried to commit it, taking a log of wood and experimenting it and putting it on a tree and tying it and seeing if it will bear the weight. But unfortunately, the tree itself snapped, the branch snapped and fell down, and hence he could not commit suicide. And he realized that there's only one answer, that he needs to continue, and it's the same answer that he got 4 years later when he was back in US, and when he lost his girlfriend all over again. And the answer is very simple: is just breathe. He gives a good pause, and then he says, "This is the same answer that I need to look into, and is just keep breathing, because you never know what the next morning's tide will bring you." And that's exactly what happened to him. Every day the tide brought him something new, and it went ahead. So it's the outcomes of this training today is to give you a experience of coaching, and also to invite you to join the premium virtual global coaching program. Some of the secrets of success, and I'd like to begin with this very beautiful photograph, which is very commonly found on the internet. Things that matter, things you can control, and the small arc which you should focus on is things that matter, and also which we can control. But it becomes more interesting. I created a separate small circle around it, and I just changed it to problems that matter and problems that we can control. And again, the same secret is that we need to focus on those problems which matter to us, and also which we can control. And if you look at this, it's a very deep thing, because a lot of times we focus on things which we cannot control, and a lot of times we focus on things which don't matter to us. And if we clearly just focus on that shaded area, it frees up a lot of our time. It frees up a lot of our time, because then you're only focusing on those small things which matter and also which we can control. We're not worrying about things which we cannot control. So it's really moving from the outside to the inside. And hence there is a need to redefine each of our problems. So the problems are redefined from going from the outside to the inside. So for example, in the banking industry, they have this kind of a thought that, the interest rate is rising and there's a lot of worry and discussion around it. But that's really not a problem. Our real problem is the inability to handle this is the real problem. And the same goes with everything that we're facing today. We are moving from the outside to the inside. There's nothing outside that's really a problem. It's our inability to handle situations, which is the real problem. And if we work on this inability, then we do a great favor to ourselves and we try to improve every problem that we come across. So 2 secrets. One is only focus on things that matter or problems that matter and problems that we can control. So there's no need to think of things that we cannot control or don't matter. And second is redefine the problem. So there's a need to redefine each of our problems to go from the outside back to the inside. And there's also a need to rotate around our pivot. I'm going to go a little deeper into trying to rotate around a pivot. Rotating around a pivot can really be done only by trying to change the kind of mindset that we have. So there are a lot of myths around us. For example, it's mentioned that it's the end of the world or financial doom or nobody will buy and invest. And again, this is something which is external to us. The truth of the matter is that it's really not the end of the world. It's the beginning of a new world. And that's how we should look at it. And there is certainly a reset button that is there in all industries. And people will certainly buy and invest, but they will do it differently. And each of us are grappling with this kind of difference that's happening in each of our industries. What is the kind of way that we need to move ahead on? So there is certainly a changing mindset that we have. There's a focus on essentials, a focus on necessities, focus on future-proofing each of us. And certainly people will be thinking only short-term for the next few months. It kind of remains, and this is my experience from the floods. While the floods got over in 7 days, in where I was, in 6 years ago, the psychological impact of the floods remained for 2 years. It's interesting, the psychological impact of things are far greater than the actual impact that happens. So we should be prepared for this, that, once things are back to normal, there's a tendency, inertia for people to keep recollecting or thinking what's going to happen next. And there's a change in the mindset. So we need to change from really what can I get to what can I give, from how can we close to how can I help you. And there has to be the helping nature. I think truly it's a blessing that the whole world is moving towards this helping nature of trying to give more and trying to help more. We see this in all industries, starting from the medical fraternity all the way to each and every person. I'm seeing a sort of a shift in the mindset. And this is how I think even we should need to shift our own mindsets in terms of a more giving mindset and a more helping mindset. And it's only when you give can you truly get. So this is something very dear to me, and it's called as Ikigai, and it's called as a reason for being. So if you look at this particular slide, it starts from here, this particular circle on top, which is what you love to do, and then it goes here to what you're really good at, and it goes to the right to what the world needs, and then you go down to what you can pay it for. And it's only when the sequence of all these 4 are met does, as per the Japanese tradition, and this is from a small city called Okinawa in Japan, which is the largest number of centenarians. It's only when all 4 are met does one really meet their personal Ikigai. And you can spend a lifetime. You can spend a lifetime doing various things and finally meeting your Ikigai. For example, we have on this call Bhakti. He's been probably in the corporate industry for 80% of his life. But it's now that he's got something which is truly a mix of his passion, his mission, his vocation, profession. It's all coalesced together. And he's doing something that he loves, which he's good at, what the world needs, and what they can pay it for. And that's a true logic of Ikigai. that there is, once you meet your Ikigai, there is no retirement. You keep working till you're 95 or 100. So the true test of what activities are doing is choose those activities which you will continue doing till the age of 95. And that's what I normally recommend all my coaches, that if you're doing something which you can happily be doing at the age of 95, I think you're getting somewhere close to the Ikigai. So, of course, we run deeper sessions on assistance and support to get to the personal Ikigai, which we do on a regular basis. Lewis is a 12-week year trainer, and she has a beautiful set of tools on ensuring that daily goals are met, a mindset check, and ensuring that time management is done in a really smart manner, and it's really specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So building the mindset on a daily basis is extremely important, and building smart sets, smart goals customized to a person is more important than that. Can identifying my subconscious habits move me to a stronger tomorrow? So this is another question I'd like to leave you with, because a lot of things that we do or say can be more practically resolved only when you identify subconscious habits, which can be slowly removed and ensure that you have a stronger tomorrow. The mind game is something which is run by the Ikigai Institute. It's called as a is, want, should. And normally coaching programs begin with this. And I request all of you also to start with this. A lot of you are young term entrepreneurs, which is excellent. You normally begin with here, this particular point, which is. What is the current situation? What am I doing now? And then from here, you go here. So what do I want to be doing 1 year from now, 5 years now? But then you also go here, what should I be really doing? So it's called as the is, want, should paradigm. And when you actually merge these three together, then you get something called as the mind game. That's something which is truly mine. I am doing something which I want to be doing, and also which I should be doing. And the only people you really find it in are small babies, 2 or 3 year old. They're doing exactly what they want to be doing, and they truly feel that they should be doing it. So I want the ice cream, I am having the ice cream, I want it, and certainly I should be having it. There's no conflict in their minds. And so in a sense, we should truly become like babies in that sense. There is, want, and should really coalesce together to come into pure happiness, around you. So this is another very beautiful sessions which Lewis runs, trying to understand what are the ways in which we can listen. And this really forms a strong bond in terms of the relationships, in terms of the kind of families that connect to us, the occupations, the relationships, the mission or messages. And if you follow these particular formula, you can really form strong relationships, strong bonds, strong connections, which can enable you to go closer to your goals. Learning on online skills is an excellent time to do that, especially now that we have a lot of time. We should really learn a lot of skills which can, a true businessman, entrepreneur, or individual needs to keep. There's no such thing as you finished your education. Education is something which you continue to do till the age of 95. I like to use the word 95 because it gives a feeling of long white hair, so, but you should still truly be young even at that age, and learning should continue even at that time. Time management, as I said, is something which is unique, and Lewis truly has the knowledge, skills, and resources to train you and your team to accelerate your success. It's based on this particular book called The 12-Week Year by Brian Moran, and this is a testimony that he's given in the recent past. So will a guiding hand on a timely basis help you reach your goals? That's a key thing to look at. So this is somebody from who's a country head at Hewlett Packard. And
the inner transformation workshop that Deepak conducted for us at HP was very useful. I think TechnoSpirit has done a great research on how to transform leaders identifying their inner self and transform to perform in the VUCA world. So his thought is on how to listen not just to the sounds that you hear, but even to the signs that people kind of send signals during their communications. He spoke quite a lot on empathy. He spoke about leadership and what is required today when working in teams. He did cover the most important MTR, the mutual trust and mutual trust and respect aspect of every individual, especially when they work in a meshed organization. And he did, emphasize on not just negotiation, but how would a negotiation land in a win-win on both sides, which is very important for each one of us in today's professional world.
So this was G.S. Murthy from Hewlett Packard who had given the testimony. So we're connecting to relevant global individuals. So it's interesting to understand that we need to really connect to individuals around us which can truly assist you in your goals. And that's the next ask that we have. But I want someone by my side during these times who has experience, and that's again extremely important. The role that coaches play in ensuring that you are at your best. So this is the virtual global coaching platform, which both me and Lewis have been running it for a few months now. And we had met at a BNI conference in Bangkok. And she's from California, and she's also a speaker, author, and a 12-week year trainer, a mom, wife, and a podcaster. She's coming with a beautiful podcast with Dr. Ivan Meisner on June 4th, and with a lot of sales and recruiting experience. I'm an author, founder, and also founder of the platforms Speakology and Healify, with, again, a lot of experience in companies like HP, Wipro, and Airtel. Some of the testimonies, this is Mary, who has been with us for a while now, and she's found a lot of benefit in terms of the coaching platform that we have been giving her for a few months now. And this is Catherine from Minneapolis. So working with Lewis has opened my eyes so much. Before working with her, I never really had a focused plan with income producing activities. So she loves what she does and the kind of productivity that she has, including her sales team. This is Bhakti Ishaya, and he's on this call now. As I said, he was a former president of a multinational company, and today he's following his dream. So he found our breadth of knowledge, insight, and follow through unparalleled in the transition to operating life exclusively from home. So the simplicity of guidance, which we always focus on, is necessary to ensure that ventures succeed. So why choose virtual global coaching platform? An increased income and productivity apart from positive relationships and global network connections. Growing a business through global network connections and expanding globally in the right way that can and easily can be done. So we normally run our sessions second and fourth Thursday, online session every month. And we just started this month, as mentioned by Lewis. Every session is unique, and we move on from the session, from each session, we move on to the next session. So if we do Ikigai once, then we move on to visioning, and then we move on to various other unique sessions that we do every fortnight, twice a month, a total of 24 times in the year. And over and above that, we give one free coaching session once per year, both by me and Lewis. We also have unlimited email support and a private premium Facebook group and a WhatsApp group to ensure that we connect as global individuals and try to support each other in every way possible. We also have bonus coaching sessions and guest speakers. Lewis runs another session on Monday, and the videos of which are uploaded in the group, in which you could attend live or as recorded. And we also have a lot of guest speakers who come in once in a while, and that's the plan to keep giving more and more value as we go ahead. And guess what? In case you missed any particular live session, we also give unlisted YouTube recordings for each and every session. So this is the plan that we have in mind, and we have been doing it for many months in a very unstructured manner. It's only in the month of April that we have really gone structured, and we're going to do this twice in a month with a lot of structure and value as we go ahead. So that's a commitment that we give. And of course, the introductory offer, while the value is really priceless, and I truly believe that each of the sessions are priced at a very high value, but we're just giving an introductory offer till May 31st, and there are a few people in this group who have already picked it up. And we are true to our word. We will be increasing the price on June 1st. So till May 31st, the offer is $25 per month only, lock-in period of 12 months. You can just keep paying it, and it's a throwaway price, less than the price of a coffee and a donut, probably. $25 per month, and after this is $50 every month. So the offer is basically 2 online group valuable coaching sessions every month, 1 free session once per client per year, unlimited email support, a private Facebook group, regular bonus coaching sessions, and guest speakers, and unlisted YouTube recordings of every session. So I thought I'll give you another glimpse of what the capabilities are of what we can do. And this is another person who's a global editor and also an UN award-winning editor for the world's Moms Blog Network, Purnima.
My name is Purnima Ramakrishnan. I had enrolled with Deepak for his sessions to try to gain clarity and focus in life. And there were a series of sessions with Deepak, and I've been continuing them, and I'm still continuing his sessions. And the best part is the exercises which he gives at the end of the sessions, and he customizes them in a very unique way for each of his participants. The sessions with Deepak were very nice in the sense there was one unique thing which happened is he allows the participants to choose the course of the session. Personally, he allowed me, towards the end of each session, I came to a juncture where the next course of events or the next course of how the session goes was not a rigid, predefined way, but rather he was very flexible, and he allowed the session to flower out or to organically evolve. Another unique thing for me personally was during one of his sessions, he gave me an eye-opener. He redefined joy, he redefined success. He made me write my own definition of my own Ikigai. And Ikigai is, like, what do you like, what the world loves, and those type of things. But he made me to write my own definition of my Ikigai is something, it cannot be explained well in a sort of a testimonial, or it cannot be put into words in a certain way, but it's something which one has to experience to understand. It's like a shower of cold water, or it's like, it's like biting into a very tasty snack, or it's like if a very thick morning fog is lifted, a very dense thick morning fog lifted out from my life. It was like that. It was like one of the sessions was like that. So, like coming back to what I want to tell you all is I highly recommend Deepak's coaching session for anyone who is in the midst of challenges, who is in the midst of finding solution. It's basically for anyone who doesn't even know that they are in the midst of challenges. So, even if you think you're living a wonderful life, even if you think you don't need a coaching session, I still think attend one of the sessions as a trial. I also think, it's really important to understand what we want. Sometimes we don't even know that what we want. And I think one of the sessions made me understand what I actually wanted, what I actually needed from life. So please, this is not an advertisement or a testimonial per se. It's my joy. It's my joy, which is a result of attending the session. So I just want to share my joy with you. Thank you so much.
Good. So that was it. And again, I repeat, it's $25 per month till May 31st, or $199 upfront. And what we really give is 2 sessions every month, plus free coaching session, plus unlimited email support, and a private group that we have. So I thought I'll end this particular session. Of course, yeah, these are the connects. In case anyone is interested, please do connect back to either me or Louis in India or the US or Europe, and we can take it ahead. We also have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if any reason you're not satisfied after month 1, you can cancel and get a refund. And just wanted to take it ahead to the top 3 takeaways from this particular session today. I know I've been very crisp, to the point, and hopefully you found some value. But if there's something that you'd like to mention, either in the chat or you can unmute yourself, and we can just take a few takeaways before we go ahead. Anything that you want to share, anybody wants to share?
Yeah, and I'll take questions too. If anybody has questions on the 12-week year, time management, mindset, I'm also here to help. Yes, that's a great question, Latara, for sure. Yeah, you'd get a free coaching call from both of us, and then you can reach out to me, and I'll set that up for you. And that's the best part of this, guys. I have to tell you, partnering with Deepak, we both bring very different skill sets, but very complementary. And I've just heard so many great testimonials. I know, Todd, I'd love to get your written testimonial because you've already had some great transformations working with both of us. So you get 2 for the price of 1. Yeah, thanks, Latara. Latara is actually in one of my other coaching programs, so it's so inspiring to see you guys working to improve yourself, to invest in yourself, because there's always a price to pay for not investing in yourself. I can speak to that really quickly. If anybody has any questions, I'll stop talking. Please shoot a message in the chat if you want to say something. But during the recession, and Deepak shared a little bit of my story, I lost everything. I was homeless. I had to start all over. It was brutal. I found mentors who, literally did what me and Deepak are doing, and they gave me, tremendous value. However, I wasn't consistent in my investing. I didn't stick with their processes or their programs. And as a result, it took me 5 years, you guys, 5 years to recover from the Great Recession, mentally, physically, spiritually. I had to start all over. And had I stuck with a program like what we're offering you, that's why we're offering this, because we're completely undervaluing ourselves. We're completely undercharging because we want to help you. We want to help your friends. We want to help your family, whoever you know, even if they're not attending, they can be a part of this program. And especially since the prices go up in about 12 days, it's just great. And we want to be there for you for as long as you'll have us, so that you rebound, you grow, and transform in a fraction of the time it took me, because I was inconsistent for those 5 years in receiving the support that I know that I needed, but I wasn't ready, wasn't willing. And so we hope you guys are ready and willing.
Hey, Lewis.
Sure, Todd.
Todd,
Todd and Bhakti both have comments.
Yeah. Todd, you can unmute yourself.
Hey there. Hey there. I think I'm unmuted.
Yeah.
I just wanted to let everybody know that I think this is an amazing value, first of all, for the time spent as well as the individual coaching. The group sessions are going to be incredible. I've only attended the first of the 12-week or 20, I guess it's 52-week, really, sessions, and I got so much out of just the determination and helping to discover my Ikigai. I feel like this is just going to be an incredible program, and I'm trying to get as many people as possible to join in on this call and then start taking advantage of the program. That's it.
Thank you, Todd. Bhakti?
I'm unmuted. It's one of the things I've always done in my life is try to find experts other than friends and family that are able to help me focus and accomplish my goals. And what I found so far with Deepak and Lois is a phenomenal team that's expanded my small community here into a global organization, and it expands, continues to expand. It's just a phenomenal experience, and I just signed up for the life offer.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate it very much.
Any other thoughts on your takeaways from today? Anybody wants to mention something? Manoj or Ravi? Hi, Naveen. Yeah, thanks, Ravi, for joining in. And if any of you have any questions on any of these topics, so this is, as I mentioned, from the Ichak Essays, and I can put up the Ikigai, which is right here. As I mentioned again, I can repeat it. You normally start. The problems is people normally start below. The problem of the world is they normally start below. You need to start from top, and that's where the whole change is. You need to start with what you love, and then you go downwards, diagonally to the left, which is what you're good at, and then you go horizontally to the right to what the world needs, and then you go down to what you can pay for. And if this sequence is met, then you can get to something which is called as Ikigai. But the stress is so much that normally we start below. Show me the money. You have a football movie I remember. Show me the money. That's the where we normally start for, and then we try to climb upwards. But if we really start here, we can go here. Any questions on this, Latara? Thank you, Latara. And then we have multiple arcs, which will take a lot of time to explain. and I can explain it later when we meet. So, for example, the small arc is things that we love, what is good and the world needs, but there is no wealth. And then we go on to this arc, sense of uncertainty. This is emptiness and this is uselessness. So it kind of makes sense, and there are a lot of secrets behind this, which enables one to truly get to a reason for being. I mean, that's the actual translation of Ikigai in Japanese is the reason for being, the reason to jump out of bed every morning. So what really drives you to jump out of bed every morning is Ikigai. And once you have it, then you just move on till the end of life with it. Oh yeah, Nuwang, you wanted to say something? Naveen?
Yes.
Yes, Naveen, tell me.
Yeah, it was a good session, and I could only join on the late part because I was on a training session on Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Ikigai is considered as one of the best mode for life. Why? Because our endurance in life, perseverance in life, everything can be improved by this Ikigai. So if you can mentor on that particular point, that's a great thing you are doing for the globe. Really great thing. Hats off.
Thank you, Naveen. Thank you. So, Louis, any passing thoughts in your end? As I mentioned, time is quite precious, so I don't want to extend. We have a few minutes left, but if anybody wants to mention something.
Absolutely. Yes. So just so you know, there's some other bells and whistles that we did not talk about today because there's so much value. If you pay before next week, I'm going to be doing the paid members training session, one on Monday, on how to build an online audience and attraction marketing through lead generation online. And whether you want to build a podcast, whether you want to start a Facebook fan page, whether you want to create a LinkedIn presence, whether you want to publish an ebook. I'm going to talk about all of that, as well as some key time wasters that people are struggling with right now. Even, if you're not used to working from home, it's easy to become a workaholic and or just get sloppy, getting stuck on Zooms all day. I can speak to that autobiographically. So that's Monday, and that's 8:30 a.m. Pacific, 10:30 a.m. Central, and then of course I believe that's in the evening in India. And then next Thursday I'm going to talk about your vision and how to create that, how to write that, how to follow through with that. And then you'll also get the bonus session if you pay. We had a great session with Deepak last week on Ikigai and taking it to a deeper level. So you'll get that session included, as well as going over what we're going to be talking about. And we have our agenda, if you will, our topics set through September. So we'll be posting that inside of the free group as well as the paid group, so you guys are in the know of what the upcoming topics are that you have invested in. And just really excited to also offer up a referral affiliate program for those who sign up at the level of the lifetime membership. We're also paying you an affiliate commission for referrals that you bring in as we grow this, because we really want to build this by referral. More than anything, we want to grow this to ideally 100 people as fast as possible, get this to be 1,000 and start doing more online networking, so you can also grow your business in other states, cities, countries across the globe. And looking forward to supporting you and serving you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Louis. So thank you so much for joining in. We truly appreciate the time that you've taken in, and we look forward to see you week on week as we go ahead. It will be a great fun journey. So looking forward to see you aboard the ship. Thank you, and have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.